Do you guys struggle with getting these ice anchors into the ice? Well, I know I do, but I found one little thing that really helps get them started. You can get electric drill attachments that screw them in, but if you're just stuck screwing these in with your hands, this really helps get the spikes started and makes it a lot easier to get these in. So what I do is I just take a needle nose pliers and I just hold them like this as if I'm going to stab something, which I am, but I'm going to stab the ice with them. I'm just creating that little depression in the ice. Drop that screw in there, put a little pressure on it, and start turning, and it grabs right away. And it's just that easy. Sometimes these things are just a bugger to get started, but starting up and making a little hole with your pliers in the ice make this go a lot easier for you. I'm out today trying out my new underwater camera. It's a new addition to the Angler X videos. We're going to be bringing you a lot more underwater footage. I'm pretty new to the underwater camera stuff, so I'm just out today trying to figure out what works and what doesn't here. Well, we got one of our first fish here looking at it right now, and he couldn't be less interested. Do have some wax worms with if we need to go that route to get a few bites, but right now I'm just mainly focused on figuring out how to capture some footage on this camera and just how to fish and put together a good video for you guys. He's not going away, so he's giving it some thought. Oh, got him. Not bad. Not bad at all. See how I started raising that jig up, and that kind of fired him up. Nice fish. As you can see in the underwater footage, we're in a shallow green weed bed right now. It's probably maybe 5 feet of water, but we still got green weeds down there, and whenever you can find green weeds through the ice, it's always an attractor to fish and other small bugs and stuff, which brings the fish in. But so the fish that are coming in are taking a nip at it. They're definitely not attacking it. It is midday, so I would expect the action to be kind of slow. I'm a little disappointed in the water clarity. I can see my jig, but it's pretty hazy down there. Pretty finicky today. Staring it down. Yeah, not his cup of tea. So I'm switching up my approach here. I'm just going tungsten with a little wax worm on it right now. They were eating the plastic, but they were a little tentative around it. So I'm gonna see if a little bit of waxworm smell will push them over the edge here. Ooh, bass. Got him. Oh. Nice. That was cool. He didn't hesitate. Nice little bass. Oh, that was fun. Got to see him woof it on camera too. I'll show you kind of how I got this rigged up so I can use this camera. This is an old tripod. The top broke off where you connect the camera, but I hung on to it because you know how it is. You never know if you're going to need something later on, but you're guaranteed to need it if you throw it away. This tube on here spins, and it's got some resistance to it, so I'm able to use the rotation of that to clamp my camera wire and adjust my camera. So essentially I just screwed one of these little hand clamps onto the bottom of this tube. Then I clamp the cable in the clamp, and then I can just turn this tube like this, and you can see the camera turn, and I can adjust exactly where the center of my hole is, and then I'm able to see my lure. But it works pretty good for just whipping something together. I know they make devices dedicated or designed to hold that cable and turn it, but I had all this stuff and it wasn't being used, so I whipped something together and it actually works pretty good. So if you're wondering what the tripod is right here, that's what that's all about. There's a couple bass down there. I'm gonna see if I can catch the bass. Come on, buddy. Here he comes. I just nipped it. Oh, here we go. Good looking fish. Come on, eat it. That's a nice bluegill. Come on, eat it. Come on, baby. Right into your living room. Come on, eat it. Come on, buddy. Got him. Oh, nice fish. I was going after him really subtly, and he was kind of following it around, but didn't really want it. And then I ramped up my presentation, and I got a little more aggressive, and that fired him up. Ooh, a perch. Come on, perch. Got him. Oh, look at that. That was cool. I had a bluegill and a perch come in, and I was able to keep it away from that bluegill. So the bluegill was about to get it, and I dropped it out of his range and let the perch come in and get it. That's cool. Ooh, nice bass. Come on, eat it. Man, those bass, they just gum it. They don't even really, whoa. They don't even really put it in their mouth. They're just, got him. There's a nice bluegill. That was fun. That bass came in, and then this bluegill was right behind him. That was awesome. He was aggressive. So you can kind of see how far away I'm jigging. So my camera's in that hole. I'm jigging in this hole, so it's probably maybe 1.5 feet in front of the camera where I'm jigging. And I went back a little further. There's a fish. And you got my waxy. I went back a little further, back into this hole, and I just couldn't see my jig very good. I think it's because the water's a little bit cloudy. I was going to move to see if I could find some clearer water, but I like the fact that there's fish here. And I'm going to keep working on these guys here. There's a lot of fish here now. They're aggressive. Got them. Might go back to the plastic. There we go. Back to that liquid Willowcat plastic. If they're going to be aggressive like that, I don't need wax worms in. Ooh, that's a good bluegill. That one just smashed that plastic. Look at that. Beautiful fish. There we go. That was cool. Sheesh. See them racing? Holy smokes. That one wants it. Got him. See how aggressive all of a sudden they are. Before you could hardly get them to even take a look at it, and now they're just racing, and it just goes to show a little bit of time and the mood's completely changed. Using my Radcliffe G3 rod today. It's a 36-inch long rod, carbon fiber grips. It's got a nice hook keeper here, and just an awesome panfish rod. It's got a real slow action tip with a fast action back to it that you can fight bigger fish with, and also get the sensitivity to detect light bites, and it also helps keep those soft mouth fish on like crappies. And there's a fish down there just about to eat me. Man, they are coming in crazy right now. I don't even care that it's all jacked up on my hook. Nice bluegill. They're vicious down there right now. Ooh, vicious. Oh, beautiful. Comes one from the background. See him coming in? That's so cool. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. A whole bunch of fish coming. That's a good one. This is so much fun. I guess we could talk about some of the advantages to having a camera. For one thing, it's entertaining. I think fishing shallow, clear stuff, it's a real good method of actually seeing how the fish are reacting to everything you do with the jig down there. And it allows you to adjust your presentation so that you can dial in and catch more of these fish. So when I started here today, the fish were very hesitant to bite. They would just kind of look at it and come in and slowly nip at it. But I found that just dead sticking then was getting me bit. Where now they're coming in aggressively, and I'm adjusting my tactics for that. I'm fishing with more, there's one, fishing with more of an aggressive presentation, and just matching their mood. I guess Another advantage to having a camera is you get to actually see what kind of structure is down there, what quality of weeds you're fishing in. Is there rocks? Is there wood? How are the fish moving amongst the different cover types that are down there? And I mean, like in this case, I know green weeds attract fish, so when I saw that I was in a good green weed area, I knew that there would be fish using this area. It started out slow, but I stuck it out, and the fish are starting to show up in pretty good numbers now. So that's another advantage of the camera, is just to be able to see what's down there, how you are set up with relationship to structure like trees, weeds, or rock piles, or any kind of bottom transition for that matter. Comes one racing in. Got him. Nice fish. If you have kids and you want to try and entertain them while fishing, I think this would be a great way for kids to kind of interact with the fish. I feel like a kid using it right now, so I can imagine to get a kid interested in fishing, this would be a good way to do it. One of the main reasons I got the camera is for a scouting tool, but also so that I can record video and just add some more interesting content to my channel for everybody to take in. And I think we're going to learn a lot just by watching fish and how they react to our baits, as opposed to only looking at a mark on the screen and trying to anticipate their movements. But I'm excited to use this camera more and bring you more content with it. There's something creeping in from the back. Look at how he's approaching that jig. That's cool. Missed him. Just had the backside of that jig. That was so cool. Bass in the shadows. Is he gonna come look at it? He is gonna come look at it. Come on, buddy, eat it. And eat it. Oh, come on. Come on. Man, that's what those bass have been doing. They'll open their mouth a little and kind of just bump into it. They're really not interested in eating. That was kind of cool encounter though. I'm finding with this camera that the bluegills, when they take it in, a lot of the times they don't have the hook on the first time they grab it, and if you give them a few seconds, they'll eat it a little bit more and get that hook in their mouth. A lot of them are just grabbing that tail, and I can see that with the camera, so I'm not setting the hook until I'm pretty confident they have the hook in their mouth. So I guess that's another advantage to the camera that I'm starting to realize. That was cool. We went down into the weeds to get it. Oh, nice fish. Oh, that was fun. I was able to get him to chase it right down into the weeds, and then he popped it. But it's gotten pretty quiet here. Ooh, there's a good one. Come on. Oh, yes. One more. Oh, come on. Fishing with an underwater camera system is definitely a fun and educational experience. Just from this one outing, I've learned a lot about fish and how they react to baits. looking forward to many more videos with this camera. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and maybe even learned something. And until next time, thanks for watching. Oh, nothing? Nice looking fish. Dang it. That was cool. Just about had him. He didn't look like he had the hook in his mouth when he ate that plastic, but